Hi guys, it's Adrienne and I am here today in my kitchen to give you a quick tip on something that I do to set me up for success when I'm trying to eat healthy, and that goes for whether I'm dieting or if I'm just trying to eat healthy and make better choices in general. And I'm sure a lot of you are like me, where many of us don't live alone, so we can't always control what we have in the house with regards to food choices. I've got the kid, and like most kids, she's got things that are not necessarily the most nutritious, but they are fun foods, and everything in moderation. But instead of relying on willpower all the time, I can do a few things that set me up to make better choices and not have to rely on willpower all the time. So I wanted to give you a quick tour of my own pantry and give you some ideas on things that you can do in your own kitchen, whether you live with someone else, from a spouse to kids, or you're a kid yourself, or you have roommates. You can ask them to help you out in small ways, and we'll go over those in just a sec. All right. Here is the Quest Pantry, I guess we'll call it, and one of the first things that you notice that I do is at eye level is where I put the things that are low in calories but add lots of flavor, and that's the reason I put them there is so that I see them first when I open the pantry door. And those are going to be things like I have my salad dressings, my walnut oil, different oils, different vinegars. I have spices over here, and these are all very low calorie things that catch my eye as soon as I open the door of the pantry. And you always want to organize your pantry in things that are maybe the healthier choices or the lower calorie choices that are right at eye level. So those are what catches your eye first. On the next shelf down, I have things that are frequently used items, I guess, for lack of a better word. I have my old-fashioned oats. I have peanut butter that I use for breakfast. I have different flours. Back here, I have different kinds of beans, things like that, grains. All of these things are a little bit below eye level, but they also require, for the most part, cooking. So it's not something, except for the peanut butter exception, it's not something that I can just grab and munch on. So again, these are the two shelves that are at eye level and the first thing that I see when I open my pantry. What I also do is further up, I put other things that might be higher calorie, like I have the mashed potato flakes, and I have snacks kind of foods and things like that all up there. And for the most part, I try to face the labels away from me. So it gets to be habit after a while where you open the pantry and you don't necessarily look up because you know what's up there, and you're just gonna get into the habit of focusing on those lower level shelves. So I try to keep those things kind of with the labels facing away from me, so they're still there. I know that they're there, but they're not so in my face. Now I do have things in here, and like cereal. Cereal is one of my munchy things, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but what I do is I have my cereal way back there, hidden away so that you can't really see it. And that, again, is one of those out of sight, out of mind things where I really have to make an effort if I'm going to reach in there. And it's probably something that I've gone in there to try to dig around for. And it gives me just enough pause to slow me down at times. Doesn't always work, but, give it a try and see if it works for you. Also, I have cookies, and here are the cookies that I have. They are in that green container. Again, they're not labeled, and you can't really tell that they're there. I've noticed that if I leave them out, every time I see that container, I want cookies. I ran into that problem this weekend because I had them, they're actually homemade cookies, I had them sitting on my stove, and every time I walked into the kitchen, I wanted cookies. It didn't matter if I was hungry or not. So put things in containers where you can't really see what's there, and keep them down towards the bottom out of eyesight, and that might help you out a little bit. In my door, I used to keep my Oreos in the door of the pantry, and I'll tell you that I probably ate them multiple times, 7 days a week. Now I keep the snack foods there that I don't really have an interest in. Potato chips are not my thing. I mean, I'll eat them, but I don't really go gaga over potato chips. I know some people might feel differently, so if it's something that you can control yourself around, you can keep it in the door, but if not, hide it like the cookies. But that way the kid can go and get potato chips if she wants them, and I don't really have an issue. And further up, I've got more spices, so that way right at eye level, I've got even more spices to pick from. And that, I can just reach in there, grab them. And as you can see how close it was that I kept the cookies to the spices. So every time I needed a spice, I had a cookie. So at least now I can resist the potato chips, since that's not my vice. But I would never keep the cookies there at this point, even just to test the willpower, because eventually you're going to run out of willpower. All right, I hope those tips help some of you out and give you a few ideas on things that you can do in your own pantry to set yourself up to make better choices. Out of sight, out of mind, that really does go a long way and can help you out. So if you need more tips or anything else I can answer for you, please let me know, and I'm always happy to help. Thanks.